We've been here now for about 50 minutes. There's a man there, he's been here the whole time, sitting in his Nissan Almera with the engine running.
Yeah.
What a flute.
Two things that concern me. First thing is, he's spending a lot of money on fuel.
Yeah.
He could have bought, what?
Another Almera.
He could have already gone and bought another Almera.
He's burned through the cost of another Almera.
He could have bought 18 iPhone cases with really sort of Chinese knockoff Mickey Mouse face on the back. The other thing is,
Michael Mose, the popular cartoon character.
You know that he's a private investigator. Do you know why?
Because he's got an Almera.
With no hubcaps on.
No hubcaps. Why do plainclothes police cars
used to have no hubcaps?
Why?
Because they come flying off in a car chase. It's obvious.
Is that because the fleet procurement man for plainclothes police had watched Bullet a lot and went, oh, wheel trims come off a lot, don't they?
Well, they do when you run at a curb at 55 miles an hour.
But the police don't do that in this country, do they?
No, not
They're quite
anymore.
cautious. They're sort of shuffling the wheel around and stuff.
In all seriousness, though, that guy has been there for an hour, sitting in an Almera with no hubcaps, with the engine running. What's he up to? What's the deal?
If you had a spare day and you had an Almera with no hubcaps, wouldn't you go and sit in a motorway service area? I mean, it's breathtaking, isn't it?
He's the kind of guy that never airs the inside of a car. I tend to do a bit of sort of Venturi effect airing. If I know that you're going to come and sit in my car and I've been on a 2-hour journey, and I'm thinking I might have had a few morning guffs, I might have eaten something which I can't smell anymore, but it's pungent.
Yeah.
You know, like if you've cooked in your own house, you can't smell your own cooking.
No. And do you know what? There's nothing more unpleasant than going into someone's house not long after they've finished and cleared away their evening meal. Is there? It's just there's a smell. There's a smell.
There is.
It's even if they've made something really nice.
Yeah.
You know,
it's always the same smell.
It is, isn't it?
Apart from curry. Curry's a different genre.
Curry is a different genre. I think I could probably snout out if they'd made a spag bowl. Because I think spag bowl makes your house smell in the same way that it sort of gives your farts a very distinctive tone. But most cooking by people in their own home ultimately it sort of smells, even I think if they're vegetarian or vegan, it has a sort of meaty undercurrent to it. It's almost like
school dinners.
It's
school dinners all smelt the same, and they never smelt appealing at any point.
No,
I don't know why.
There's a sort of slops. There's a slops quality to it, but also it's a bit like sticking your head in a dishwasher.
What there's just been running.
It's weird, isn't it? You could make the nicest food in the world. You could make your favourite meal and make it exactly the way that you like it, only the way that you can do it. You know, there's certain dishes that, like, I don't particularly want anybody else to make me spag bowl, for example, or cottage pie, because I like cottage pie and I like spaghetti bolognese the way I make them.
Yeah, you're pleased with your method.
Yeah. It's why I've always worried about ending up on death row, because when they go, what do you want for your final meal? I have to go, well, I want a hob. I'm going to need a big pan. I need some olive oil, some mince, I need ideally some pork mince as well, because I'm going to do this properly. And they'll go, no, you can't cook your own last meal. Well, then what is the point of having a last meal?
That's your main concern about being on death row?
Yeah, my final meal, because I want to make it myself. If they go, what do you want for your final meal? I go, cottage pie. And they go, well, okay, we'll get our chef to make it. I have to go, no, not good enough. So you know you were saying about airing out a car?
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about once when I was working at the BBC, there was an underground car park.
Yeah.
And one evening I walked down to the underground car park with a colleague, a guy that I didn't know that well. He worked in another department, but we used to have to work with each other occasionally. And I was walking down with him. We got to my car first. And I said, all right, anyway, see you later, bye. Got in. I'd been eating a lot of raisins that day. I had tremendous farts. I've really been holding in quite a thunderous fart.
You've been holding
it in. Got in the car, shut the door, released the fart, and it was really quite a sturdy one. And then I looked, because I was in sort of diagonal space, so I looked that way, and this guy was walking back towards me.
Oh shit! I hate that.
I thought, oh my God, he's forgotten something he wants to tell me. He's going to come and tap on the window. I'm going to put the window down. He's going to pop his head in and go, oh, what the? So I panicked and got out of the car and slammed the door.
To me.
And I went, you're right, mate. And he went, oh yeah, I've just got to go to the office. I've left my laptop charger up there. And so I was sort of casually leaning on my car going, all right, great. I was just getting something out of the boot. And then I had to go through the theatre of getting nothing out of the boot, because there was nothing in the boot, as he walked off, in case he turned round and went, why did he just lie about getting something out of the boot? Why would he do that? And I didn't know him well enough to go, I'll be honest, I did a huge guff in the car and I didn't want you to stick your head in and smell it.
That's such a partridge thing to do.
It was it was one of those sort of social situations that you're not prepared for. You've never sort of run it through in your mind.
It's airdrop. What you did was airdrop. It's
Apple airdrop.
It's airdrop, because if you're in a situation at work, or you're in a meeting, or you've got friends over, and you can't just release when you need to release one into the wild.
Yeah.
You baggage these things up, and it becomes like a vacuum bag, doesn't it? A swelling vacuum bag. And then there's that release. Like, I do the walk of multiple guffs. So it's usually out. It's like out to the car park. There's no one around, and you end up sounding a bit like Daffy Duck for 10 seconds. And then you go, oh, that's just amazing, because I felt like a Victorian open fire bellows, and now I'm all deflated. It's lovely, but you can create a poo lasso in a situation like that. which I made the massive error of creating the ultimate poo lasso recently. I was working in an office, which I don't do that often, and I went out for a pointless walk in a big circle because I knew I had to drop one out, and I'd had a curry the night before. So I dropped it and then did a big walk around the office, realised, much like a fisherman's huge trawler net, I brought it all around and hugged the entire office with it a fog, with arse fog, and then walked back into the little glass meeting room, and it was still attached. I hadn't snipped the umbilical cord.
Yeah.
You've got to snip it.
Yeah, it's like a friend of mine who's from Gloucestershire, and when he gets agitated, his accent goes really. Oh,
really?
And I once left a room. We made it clear, because I was with mates, and I went, look, I'm sorry, I've got a bit of a bum gust coming on, so I pop out of the room. Popped out of the room, and then I came back in, and he went, what are you doing coming back in? And I went, well, I've done it. And he went, not so soon, it's trapped in your trousers.
He said, what?
It's trapped in your trousers. and as it turns out, he was right. I brought forth a stench.
And if you've ever had a car delivered, like a press vehicle like this, when they get delivered, sometimes the poor delivery guy or lady has been in it for 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah, there's a mustiness.
And that person might not have aired the car. And I've noticed, see, when you sit down and you release one, it can't breathe properly. Yeah. It's like sedimentary rock. Potentially, it just keeps cementing.
But those cars with ventilated seats, I believe that they're sort of sucking air away from your body to try and cool you down. But aren't they sucking a guff and then blowing it into the back? So if you've got a passenger in the back, I mean, if you're ever in a minicab and it's got the vented seats and they're running and the drivers, and you think, because minicabs and even sort of anyone who spends rep cars must be musky in there.
My missus has a mild phobia of poo particles.
Really?
She's convinced that like if she watches this and you talk about those seat vents sucking the farty smell and billowing it out to other occupants.
Yeah, almost sort of condensing it down and then firing it out. I mean, don't tell her that's what they do, but it probably is what
it's a bit like stepping on a puffball in a forest.